Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit LIONS fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, strap in because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the most impactful rumors shaping the NFC landscape in 2025. It's all centered around Dexter Lawrence, the massive interior force for the New York Giants, potentially heading to the Detroit Lions. Yeah, I know it sounds like a blockbuster, right? The Lions, already sitting comfortably at 9-4 and looking like legitimate contenders, might just be about to make a seismic move that could elevate their front line to a whole new level. And trust me, this isn't just speculation for the sake of it. The whispers around Big Blue are loud, and if they come true, Detroit could become a dominant defensive force, especially in the trenches, pushing the odds even higher for a Super Bowl appearance. Let's get into the details. The Giants, currently sitting at a brutal 2-11 record, are in full rebuild mode. They've been decimated by injuries and poor performance, especially on the offensive line, which has been riddled with concussions and injuries. Their defensive line, which was supposed to be a strength, is bleeding yards and sacks. And Lawrence, their star interior defender, has become the centerpiece of their hopes for a future rebuild. The Giants are reportedly considering trading Dexter Lawrence, who's been a beast for them since Clemson, where he was known as a dominant force. His profile in 2025 is elite, a PFF overall grade of 93. 0, ranking second among defensive tackles. He's been a nightmare against the run with a run defense grade of 94. 6, which is first in the league, and he's also still capable of rushing the passer with a pass rush grade of 85.8, ranking 9th. Through 13 games, Lawrence has racked up 7 sacks, 68 tackles, 3 forced fumbles, and 40 stops, making him one of the most disruptive interior linemen in the NFL right now. His career stats are staggering. Over 370 tackles, 38 sacks, and a pressure count of over 270, with a win rate in double teams of around 27%, which puts him in the top tier of defensive tackles league-wide. Despite some minor injury setbacks, a rib injury in Week 7 that kept him on the field for 95% of snaps, Lawrence continues to dominate physically. Standing at 6'4" and weighing around 340 pounds, he's comparable to guys like Vita V but with more stops and agility. His per-game tackle average is around 5.2, and his EPA per run is an elite -0. 18, meaning he's incredibly disruptive in run defense. In Week 13, he had a standout game against the Cowboys with 9 tackles and a sack and even forced a fumble, showcasing his ability to change games. Now, why would the Giants consider trading him? Well, their cap situation is tight. They have roughly $9 million in cap space, and their Super Bowl odds are a long shot at plus 35000. Their roster is in shambles, ranked 31st in DVOA, and with a 2-11 record, it's clear they're looking at a rebuild rather than playoff contention. The age factor is also at play. Lawrence is just 28, and his price tag is around $28 million annually. The Giants are apparently prioritizing a rebuild around their young quarterback and are looking to recoup draft picks and cap space, especially with the season already lost and their secondary decimated by injuries, including multiple concussions. Now, this is where it gets really intriguing for Lions fans. Detroit, sitting at 9-4, has been excellent on defense but could use that extra push. Their interior defensive line, ranked 14th by PFF with a grade of 72.0, has been solid but not elite. Adding Lawrence could transform that unit completely. His presence would significantly improve their run defense, which is currently allowing about 30 fewer rushing yards per game, and would boost their sack total, already impressive, even further. His run defense grade of 94. 6 and stops tally of 40 in just 13 games would make him an immediate game changer, especially when paired with the Lions' existing talents like McNeil and Reeder. Imagine what a player of Lawrence's caliber would do to the Lions' defense. He would immediately vault them into the top 5 in the league, making them much tougher to move the ball against and creating more sack opportunities for their pass rushers. And let's not forget how this would impact the Lions' overall strategy. With a dominant interior presence, Jared Goff's offense would benefit from easier third-down conversions, as the run game would be more manageable, and play-action options would open up even more. Plus, the Lions could finally balance their attack, making their offense even more lethal. Statistically, Detroit's defense allows just 17 points per game, but adding a talent like Lawrence could push that even lower, maybe into the mid-teens, which is a huge difference when it comes to playoff success. Looking at the bigger picture, the Super Bowl odds are already looking promising for Detroit at plus 900, but with Lawrence in the mix, those odds could tighten further, possibly as low as plus 500. His presence in the playoffs, especially in high-pressure games, could serve as the X factor that takes Detroit all the way. His playoff grades in 2025 show a plus 26% win probability, especially against teams like the Bears, where his interior dominance could really shine. It's the kind of move that makes fans dream of a Lombardi, and honestly, it's exactly what Detroit needs to push over the edge. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Is this really going to happen? Well, the rumors are strong, and with the Giants clearly in a rebuild, they might be tempted to cash in on Lawrence for a hefty package of draft picks and maybe an edge rusher, which they desperately need. The Lions, with their balanced roster and the cap flexibilities they've managed to maintain, could make a compelling offer. A trade like this would be reminiscent of the 2018 trade when the Lions acquired Snacks Harrison, which gave their run defense an immediate boost. But this time, it's even bigger, a true game changer that could shape the NFC for years to come. For the Lions, this potential move signals a new era for their front seven. It's about building a fortress in the middle, one that can stop the run and pressure the quarterback relentlessly. Imagine Lawrence lined up next to McNeil and pairing with their existing pass rushers like Hutchinson. The potential for sacks, forced turnovers, and shutting down opposing ground games would skyrocket. It's a vision of a dominant, relentless defense that can carry Detroit deep into the playoffs, and who knows, maybe all the way to the Super Bowl again. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet, and the NFL trade deadline or offseason negotiations could alter everything. But the signs are there, and the Lions fan base should be paying close attention. A move for Dexter Lawrence would not only send a message to the rest of the league, but also reaffirm Detroit's ambitions to be a true powerhouse. It's about taking that next step, what they've been building towards all season, and possibly setting a new standard for what the Lions can achieve in the coming years. So as we sit here, thinking about the possibilities, remember the NFL is unpredictable, but one thing is for sure. Detroit Lions fans should be excited. We're on the brink of something special, and a potential blockbuster move for a player like Lawrence could be the final piece that turns this team into a true NFC contender. The future is bright. The trenches are about to get even more intense, and the Lions might just be about to make history. Stay tuned because this story is far from over, and I promise you the best is yet to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Dexter Lawrence would be the perfect fit for Detroit's defense? Or do you believe the Lions should prioritize other positions in the offseason? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion truly matters to us and to the Lions. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news. This offseason could be the most exciting in recent memory, and we're all here to experience it together. Let's go Lions!